How you doing today? Well, welcome to Cooking with Cowboy Bob. Today we're going to be cooking a 23-pound Butterball premium turkey, and we're going to be cooking it outside of what you're normally used to. We're going to super stuff it, which is going to be pretty funny, but it's going to be the most unbelievable turkey you ever had in your life. Bar none, moistest, best tasting stuffing. And maybe you can tweak the recipe later, but I would stay with it right now the way we got it, and you're going to just absolutely be amazed. A lot of thinking outside of the box here. So let's get started. First thing we got to do is take 5 half sticks of butter and put them in this pan and start cooking this butter down. Now we're looking over the ingredients that you're going to need for the Cowboy turkey. And those are 1/4 sticks of butter, 4 loaves of bread, a couple of white onions, 4 eggs, some oven bags, collagen chicken broth, a little bit of... Now when cutting up all this bread, which is always an exciting job, because A, you get to use a knife a lot. And we use a bread knife, which makes it a lot easier to cut the bread. So take your time, cut the bread, not your fingers. Now you'll cut up the bread into little squares that we're showing here. I got the butter almost peeled down here. A lot of my friends and family said I should share this recipe because not many people know it. So it's a great recipe, and it's from my mom and her grandma. So it goes back a long, long ways. We got the butter in here, 5 sticks of butter, all ready to be melted down. And we're gonna put that on the stove and get it cooking. Now we have the butter melting. After butter gets melted, we're gonna put in 2 cut up diced white onions into the butter and start cooking those onions down. Very important. Okay, now as far as the turkey goes, you're going to have some cool stuff inside of it that you're going to want and need. The neck. Now there's going to be pieces of fat in here also. You want to keep that. Don't throw that out. Keep it. There's a big chunk right there. We want to keep all that fat. Front here is the bag of goodies. Right here. Comes out of the neck. It's in plastic. So don't cook it in the turkey because, man, that don't taste at all any good. Inside of here, go over there in a bowl. Okay. This will be your gizzard, your heart, and your liver, all that. We're gonna use all that. I know, easy. You won't even know what's in there. While we're waiting for the butter to melt down, we'll get the rest of this stuff on the mend here. First of all, the gizzard you're not gonna do anything with. You just put that on the plate with the neck and the fat. Get a cutting board here. The heart, you're going to cut off the gut part here and just use the regular meat. And take down, throw this away. And you're going to cut it up into thin slices, just like that, nice and thin. Cut it up into a few pieces. Nice. Okay. Then we're going to put it into the chopper. I'm going to take this, put it in here. Okay, it's all in there now. We'll tap it into this little bowl here. Okay, cook that down later. Now we're going to go with the liver. The liver is great. I know some people don't like liver, but like I said, you're not even going to taste it in there. You're not even going to know it's in there. Don't even tell anybody it's in there. It's only me and you are going to know this, whoever's cooking it. No one else is even going to know it's in there. So, you ain't got to give them all your secrets. Let me check on the butter. Okay, the 5 half sticks of butter, which is 2.5 sticks, is all melted down. Now we're going to add this plate of stuff here, our neck, our fat, and our gizzard. I'm just going to put it in the butter. We got that in. Now we're going to dump in the 2 sweet onions. And now we'll add the next ingredient, which is 32 ounces of chicken broth. Now we're adding the chicken broth. There we go. All in. Mix it around a little bit and let it simmer. This is what our mixture looks like cooking down. And now we're going to remove all the big pieces in there that you see. But this is what it'll look like at this point. Okay, we got our onions in there cooking down. We got our neck in there cooking, our gizzard cooking. The fat is breaking down into that also, which you'll understand why later. As soon as it cooks down, we'll add our heart to it and our liver that we're making now. Yep, looks pretty good. And this recipe also calls for some garlic. We'll get that in a minute. By now in the kitchen, it's going to be smelling absolutely phenomenal. You're going to have cooked onions with the fat rendering down in there. It's going to be great. Now we're going to get ready to add our garlic. Now our garlic's going to be the last thing we add at the very, very end, because you don't want it burning in the pan, and it'll add your flavor rather quickly. So we're going to dice it up once again into like so clean that you ain't even going to know it's in there. These are handy dandy little things. You got to own one of these in your kitchen. They're little. And whatever's stuck in there, I leave it in there. Whatever's stuck in there, I leave that in there. And about that's how much garlic we're going to put in there when it's time. Now we're going to add our liver and heart to it, start cooking it into the mixture. Okay, we got the stuff cooking in the pan, and you're probably wondering what all that's for. Well, all that's for our stuffing mix. Like I said, unbelievable stuffing. So we're going to make that in a few minutes. I'll show you what we're going to do with it when we're done, because we're going to remove a bunch of that stuff that you thought, oh my God, what's he putting all that in there for? Well, we're going to remove the gizzard. We're going to remove the neck. We're going to remove any big pieces of onion that didn't cook down. We're going to remove any big pieces of liver or heart. When it's all over, there'll be nothing in there that you'll be recognizable. It'll all be just mostly a blend of flavors, and that's what we're looking for. So, and you want to let that cook down for at least 20 minutes to a half hour on a medium to low flame. You don't want to burn that butter, and you just want to slowly cook the juices out of the neck and gizzard, and incredible, very incredible. Now you put that on a medium heat, more low than medium, and just let it simmer for around another 15 minutes or so to bring it up to temperature, because then we're going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon in it to improve on the flavor a little bit before it gets put into the stuffing, which will come next. So stay tuned, and we're going to get it done. Okay, now for the next big surprise. We're getting ready to stuff that turkey. So stay with me here, because this is going to be fun. this is where it gets a little crazy. First of all, you need a pan in order to mix your stuffing that's going in that turkey. Yeah, you're gonna need a pan. I was looking for a big pan, so I went to an antique mall and I bought a baby washing pan where they used to wash infants in, because you got a lot of bread that's going in that. 4 loaves of bread that you've cut up. I cut it up the night before to save time. Put it in a big Tupperware bowl. Don't want to miss any. Get us a little spatula here and break it all up. And that's what it's going to look like. Yeah, all that stuffing's going in that bird. Right. So now we're going to have to beat 4 eggs. We're going to put 4 eggs over this. Let me get that taken care of. Okay, our bird's going into the oven. You can see our thermometer there. We're looking good. And now we'll get her cooking. Okay, well, our turkey is finished. It hit 170 degrees. And now we're going to show you how to get the pan drippings out of this pan. What you do is you want to smash this thing here down and turn it into a V, like that, and bend it under, like that. Keep bending it till you get it pretty down there, so it's pretty flat, like that, okay? Now, what we got is a pot, and you take the pot and you can put it in any drawer right off your counter. Close the drawer on the pot. Bring your turkey over. Now we got the turkey and the V's cut in here. And you get yourself a towel and you jam back behind the turkey, which props the turkey up and sends all your gravy and your pan drippings to the front of the bird. Okay, then you take your knife and you grab your lid, because you don't want no splashes, and you just poke a small hole in there, down below. And there comes your pan drippings. Now you just pick this up and just the turkey and smash it. And then I just hold it up a little bit. And let's cut this bad boy open and see what we got, huh? First bag comes off. Now the second bag. And there it is. Beautiful roasted turkey. Another close-up of the turkey. As you can see, it's definitely falling apart. Super nice bird. Okay. Just falls apart. Your meat's just gonna fall apart. That's how well it's cooked. That's how tender it is. Ah, that's one for the dog. Okay, let's get a scoop of stuffing. Okay, move this little piece out of the way. And here's your stuffing. Beautiful stuffing.